Chrissy Swan Show. We caught up with Jerry on Friday.
Wednesday, I believe.
Mr. Chrissy, she was our little contestant. We'll go over the Specsavers voucher if you don't hardly mind.
Hello.
She said this. Why do I see the number 10 around you, Jerry?
Ooh, am I a 10 out of 10?
Hey.
You tell me.
Probably not a 10, but
What would you
I
rate
don't
yourself?
know.
What would you rate yourself, Jerry? Let's be honest here.
Maybe like an 8.
Oh, I love
on you.
this.
Jerry!
I love
to
that
go.
level of confidence so much.
So do I. But I mean, we've been talking about it for a few
We
days.
have.
This is why we're talking about it again on the wireless. 132410, by the way. Can you rate yourself? And if so, give us a call and tell us what number you are
Like, honestly.
out of 10. Because everyone's like, oh, I'm a 1. And you're not a 1.
No.
Maybe it's the same for people that I'm a 10. Are you? How do you know?
Yeah, and if you think you're a 10, do you turn it down a bit so you sound like not a total
Yeah,
flog?
so maybe Jerry does think she's a 10, but she's saying 8 because that's like more socially acceptable.
Yeah.
More Australian as well. Being a
Correct.
bit more self-deprecating. I've been trying to rate myself and I've got a question for you.
Okay.
What am I rating in relation to? Like
So-
how happy I am when I see myself in the mirror? How is it a scale of 1 to 10 on how attractive you are to the opposite sex or your chosen partner gender? Like,
That's
do you know what I mean?
really great question. My answer would be a little bit of what you maybe are to the opposite sex or what you're trying to attract, but just traditionally, it's quite superficial when it comes just to your looks and what is perceived hot, what you would rate yourself out of 10. Like, that's what I think people do it on.
and is it standardized? Like, do you get sort of like, kids that are studying languages, they
Yeah.
get an extra 10% in their year 12. Do you standardize for age? Do you know what I mean? Is that all? Is it all evened out? Because I'm old.
No, I don't think. I think it's to whatever age you are. Like, out of 10, as an even 75-year-old, you could be a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, but is it compared to other 75-year-olds? Do you know what I mean?
No,
It's hard.
I don't think so. I think it's in what
All right, what number are you?
Okay.
You've thought about this, I can tell.
I think I am. Look at Tom like fanging.
And
deer.
you've got to be honest. And
Got to be
whatever-
honest.
Yes.
Okay, I think a 7.
Okay, so you really think you are an 8 because you've taken a point off so that you don't sound up yourself.
You know me too well.
Definitely
Correct.
you've taken a point off. I knew it. I thought if he says he's a 6, then he really
Okay.
thinks he's a 7.
No, I think a 7.5. Let's.
So you think you're an 8.5?
No. I'm
I'm
an 8. No, I definitely don't think I'm above 8 at all. And like 8 on a really good day when I've had a good sleep, I've got a great haircut, I've got a great outfit on. What do you think you are, honestly?
Honestly?
And I don't think you would inflate or deflate.
No, I don't.
No.
I've really thought about it. I think I am a solid 7. A solid 7.
Okay.
Maybe a 7.5. I could probably pull off an 8 on like Logie's night in an amazing
No, you're a 10.
dress and like,
You're a 10 on Logie's night.
oh, okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
2 hours in hair and makeup. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. You're a 10
But just
for
like
sure.
me, squeezing the avocados at the supermarket, 7.
I would disagree. I would say you're a minimum 8, 8.5.
Having said that, in the mirror, when I see myself and I smile at myself and say, because I talk to myself every morning, I go, hello, you, 10. Like for me,
Yeah.
my eyes, the level of happiness to see myself is 10.
And this year, 2025, you've been serving looks every day. We haven't given it enough attention. Even today, it's a great shirt you've got on.
Thank you.
I think if we were to play this game last year, I wouldn't be as kind. But you are serving a look every day, and it's pushing you up to a 9 every day.
And I'm putting makeup on.
Yes.
You're very kind of 9.
Tom.
Tom is our trusty producer, does all the actual work while we just gas bag. What would you give yourself out of 10? And be careful because I can organise a therapist. I can't hear you.
Well, I was nervous because I was going to give myself a 7,
Yes.
which I think is fair. I'm like a
Yes.
solid 7, but I don't want you to think I think I'm 6 because that's not good.
No. Jack.
I'm the one that took it.
Jack does that. You and I don't.
No, I'm a solid 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would agree with that
On
too.
a good day, I could be an 8, I reckon.
Yeah.
We love this. Okay, let's take some calls really quickly.
Yeah, I
of
like it.
what people think they are.
And also, I want to hear from somebody who thinks they're a 10, who can actually go, no, I am a 10. The thing is, I'm a 1 out of 10 in terms of attractiveness to the opposite sex.
I disagree, and that's a whole other case study. I think people are intimidated to approach you or slide in.
Why? I'm such a doofus.
No, but like I know so many people that like really would love to take you
Really?
out. I was about to say something so inappropriate. then.
Okay, good.
Beck.
Hello, Becky.
Hello, how are you?
Good. What do you give yourself out of 10, Beck?
Well, I don't want to sound egotistical. I don't think anybody's perfect, but I think I'm a 9.
Okay, great.
Hot.
And what do you base this on?
Well, I think I've got above average looks, but I'm a happy person. I've always got a smile on my face. I'm a positive person,
Yeah.
and I think that goes a long way in how people perceive you as well.
I agree, Beck. I agree. Sometimes you see somebody and you think they're so gorgeous, and then you see them in a photo and you go, oh, why do I think they're so gorgeous? And it's their inner beauty that's coming out.
It's shining through. Hey,
Yes.
Beck, we're going to send you a double pass to Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, only in cinemas now. Let's go to Carol.
You're going to love that. Hello, Carol.
Hello.
Am I talking to a bona fide 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. 10, 10, 10 for everyone.
Oh, for everyone.
No, my love.
No, for me. 10, 10, 10, because you have to celebrate yourself. Life is too short to be self-critical, and we live in a world where it's too Insta, too judgment.
Yes.
You have to celebrate yourself because nobody else is going to do that for you.
Amen, Carol.
But what if people actually look like a 3 out of 10?
They're a 10, 10, 10.
Carol's an optimist and we love it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And Jack and I have discovered an unbelievable ability.
Yeah.
And that is, we know 100% for sure when someone should leave their partner or when they should stay. Having said that, generally, we say leave. But
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes, all
No,
right?
but if I've heard like enough evidence and information on the relationship, sometimes I will say stay. But often when people are asking you for the advice, Swanee, they already know the
They
correct
already know.
answer.
In fact, 13, 24, 10. If you're in two minds about whether to stay or whether to go, give us a buzz. We'll tell you.
Damn, I should have got should I stay
Or
or should I go now?
I'm sure there's time.
Yeah, Scott is listening.
Scott is listening. Work your magic, DJ Scudder.
Our king.
This is how we spend our time before the show. We trawl Reddit.
Yeah, the best.
Terrible relationships that we want to give advice on.
Yep.
How's this one? Am I crazy for thinking that I should leave my boyfriend because he said he would break up with me if I give another person CPR to save their life? It's mouth to mouth.
Right.
He said it's just a boundary of his. And it would be fine for him to give CPR because he plans to be a doctor. That's fair. But she can't.
This is so ridiculous.
She's been with her boyfriend for nearly 2 years. They live together. Everything's going great. But the deal breaker would be that if she was out, I don't know, doing the shopping and someone required CPR, she would have to not administer it in order to save her relationship because that is just a deal breaker.
He said that if I wanted to be with him, I can't give anyone CPR. I should just let them die.
I mean,
What a sentence.
I cannot think of a reason why I would continue on in this relationship. That is clearly insane. That is insane.
Insane. There's not one reason why, yeah. And also, do you know what's more alarming to me, Swanee? This dude is going to become a doctor. I would hope that he has a level of sort of empathy and sympathy and care for other human beings.
Agree.
He clearly doesn't. If the board of whoever is reading this, this man should not be allowed to become a doctor.
He said to her, "You're mine and you can't give CPR to anyone." Many, many problems in that sentence, by the way.
Oh.
And then he says to her, "I don't know why you think this is weird. This is utterly normal."
No, that's called, well, he's gaslighting now.
Gaslighter. So if she said to us, "Hey, what do you think? Should I leave him?" We would say, yes.
Leave.
Yes, we would say leave.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We have an unbelievable gift.
Mm-hmm.
We know just from a little summary of how your relationship is and how you're feeling about it, we just know whether or not to stay or go.
Should I stay or should I go now?
We're like relationship experts, even though neither of us are currently in one.
And we are no good at them.
13 24 10. We want to hear your current situation.
Yeah.
And we will advise you on whether you should stay in that relationship or you should leave.
And you've got to understand, we have about as much knowledge as the experts on Married at First Sight. Let's put it that way. Hello, Anonymous. How's it going?
Hello, how are you guys?
Sounds like you don't need our help. You've currently made the decision.
I don't know. My heart is telling me one thing. My head and my gut are telling me another.
Yeah, okay. What does your gut tell you? Because it's rarely wrong.
To leave, but it's hard because we've got a child together.
Yes, I know
Okay.
that does complicate things 100%.
Give us a quick summary of what's happening in on, like 30 seconds.
He keeps prioritising his friends. Thursday, Friday, we had a childless night. Wednesday night and Saturday night, he went out with his friends and we done nothing. And the Friday was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that is very hurtful. Have you said, have you used your word hole to say that has hurt my feelings?
He knows.
Yeah, but
I was even crying.
No, sometimes
when I was explaining.
Sometimes they don't know.
But if she was crying, Swanee, he's got to be able to pick up on that.
Have you said it, though? Said the words?
Yep, I said it really hurt me, what you've done. But I'm like, you need to take responsibility for your actions.
And did he?
I kind of kicked him out because I'm like, I need a break.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well,
Should
look,
I stay or should I go?
I feel like I can't even weigh in on that one because...
I can. You should go. Anon, you should go. I can weigh in for you.
Oh, my God, Jack, you are going to be so brutal in this game.
Anon, we are going to send you a double pass to Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, only in cinemas now. And I feel like I can hear your kid in the background, so I'm going to send you a Baker's Delight voucher too to get some after-school snacks.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you must. All right, let's
Alrighty.
move on to Anon as well. Another Anon. What have we got here?
Hi, afternoon, Chrissy.
Hi, darling. What's going on?
Well, we've been together 4 years. We got together just before COVID, so it was sort of my 5-kilometre radius, but it ended up permanent.
Yeah.
And then we had a baby 2 years ago, and since then we've slept separate. There's no intimacy, there's no kisses, there's no cuddles, there's no dates. It just feels like we're housemates.
Oh, see, some people love that sort of comfort and friendship.
And I just feel lonely.
Oh, this is not good. The
And
L word.
If you want an actual relationship with someone, don't you, Anon? You don't want just a housemate.
No, and I was clear from the start that I didn't just want, friends with benefits or anything like that. And he was the same. And now all of a sudden we've had a baby and it's all changed.
Yeah, but babies do change things. Do you like him?
Oh, I love him to pieces. So, to walk away is going to be hard.
Does he know you're thinking about potentially walking away?
Yeah, he does.
And what's his thoughts and feelings? Like, what's your vibe from him?
He sort of pushes it back on me, to say, oh, well, I'd be like this if you walked away, and makes me feel like I'm in the wrong.
I'm going to suggest, because the fact that you just said I really like him, I really love him, I think that you should go and see a relationship counsellor.
Yeah, that's what I've suggested to him, and he's like, I just don't have the time, work's priority.
Should I stay or should I go?
And on two, you should go. Absolutely. If he doesn't want to take the time to work it out with you, you deserve better, my girl.
No, but I understand being time poor as well.
Nah, what a BS excuse, Swanee. Absolutely not. And on two, I'm sending you a double pass to Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, only in cinemas now. There is someone better for you out there.
You are brutal.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Do you identify as an animal? I've got an answer to that question that might surprise you, Jack. The reason I'm talking about it is because just this morning I met couple K and G. K identifies as a dog. G identifies as a cat. And this is how they're choosing to live their lives. I want you to, we're going to play you some audio, and I want you to just imagine visually a gorgeous man, actually. I think he's magnificent, sleek, with floppy black ears and a dog collar, and his equally magnificent girlfriend with cat ears and just a general feline vibe.
Hi, my name's Kay.
Hi, I'm G. My partner feels more like a dog and I feel more like a cat. Meow.
Today, I'm gonna try drinking from a dog bowl for the first time.
Kay, come get your water. I feel like we've really been judged throughout our relationship on a lot of different things, the way we live our life.
We have had death wishes against us.
You know, people think we live a wild life, but it's just normal to me.
My sister Mia has sent us a letter to tell us how she feels about our relationship.
What do you think, Mia?
When I learned of it, my eyes grew big and I fell silent, shocked and alarmed.
Now, I don't know if, you know, one of the things you say you love about me is that I am so cool with everyone's lifestyles. I don't judge anybody.
No,
I really don't. And I don't have to talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
I look at these two and I think absolutely makes sense.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's absurd and stupid.
I know you do.
Like, I hear stories of friends I have that are teachers and how they have to allow kids to go and sit in a corner and pretend, because they identify as furries, and pretend to drink water out of a dog bowl. Like, guys, we have lost our mind. I know, like, it's 2025. I get it. We're accepting of everything and everyone. I'm all for that. But let's draw the line here. I think the line needs to be drawn.
I've got so many questions. Like, is she an outside cat, like a normal cat, or is she more like a fancy Burmese who is not allowed outside? Having said that, I did see footage of her at the dog park, large dogs only, with her boyfriend. Is he even her boyfriend, or is he her pet?
Are you being serious? Like, you sound like you're one of these people. You sound like you're on a massive acid trip, and that you don't know what's going on. These people need help, psychological help. We are human beings, guys.
I'm going to say something, and society has prevented me from doing it. But if I could...
No, Chrissy, don't.
No. If I could wear a tail every day, I would.
Why?
I've just never felt more myself than I used to make tails. My favourite one was an old Terry Toweling bathrobe belt.
And you
in the same colour as my hair. And I would safety pin it to like the top of my pants. And it just felt right.
Yesterday you spent 3 hours obsessing over a stapler. Today you're admitting this. Tomorrow we need to check you in somewhere.
But isn't that so wonderful that everyone is truly different? I would never go this far. Of course not.
No, well, I would never speak to you again.
No, but the reason I wouldn't go this far is because I'm not denying it about myself. I just don't feel that way. I would like a tail. That is true. And I also love it if, like, Peg's got a headband with ears on it. I love that. I love wearing ears.
I would like a drink now. Because...
So, well, there you go. You identify as an alcoholic. Everybody's different.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I think the consensus is that people wish that furries would disappear. There are people among us, those who walk among us, who would really rather be cats and dogs.
Which is just stupid and not real. And who raised them?
But you can't say that.
Why?
Just because it's not you doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I understand that, but I still think it's stupid because we are human beings. You can't try and tell me that your brain is telling you that you're an animal on all fours that wants to wee on the side of a gutter and drink water from a dog bowl.
How do you know that? How do you know that if it's not inside you?
Because I know everything.
Well, I used to know everything. 13, 24, 10. Is there a part of you that wishes that you could drink from a cat bowl? Hello, Renee.
Hi, Chrissy. It's Ren.
Oh, Rennie! Now, Renee is the world's best hair and makeup artist. And even when I do not need hair and makeup, I call Renee and I go, please come over and touch me. Renee.
After listening to that segment, I was like, this is why we are connected, because I loved wearing tails. And I loved them so much that I made one out of black velvet. It was about a metre long with a red pointy love heart velvet tail. And I tucked it in my skirt and went to a God's Kitchen rave party. And identified myself as Lucifer all night long.
Renee, this is heaven. If you're wondering what sort of rubbish Renee and I are talking about, if you've just tuned in, I confess that I'm never happier than when I'm wearing a tail. And my favourite was a bathrobe belt in the same colour as my hair. And my daughter is the only one, beautiful Peg Renee, that has sort of, you know, she used to like wearing a tail too. And, of course, I got every sort of one from Temu for her.
Oh, my.
Maybe I should bring it back, Renee. Let's wear tails this weekend.
I would love that, and I'm into the ears 100%.
100%.
The ears make it like I feel like the ears though, Renee. They almost kink it up, like turns a kinky corner.
Yeah, but you don't have
Absolutely.
to. Yeah, but you don't. You can get like normal ones. I don't like the floppy ones. I'm more cat than dog in terms of ears. And the first tail I ever made was like one of Mum's old stockings stuffed with squashed up newspaper.
Oh yes.
And that's not as satisfying because it's more sort of squirrely. It's a bushy tail, but I like a slinky tail.
Yeah, okay. I understand where you're coming from with your tail now. Let's go to Paige.
Hello,
on 13,
Paige. How are you, darling?
Hey, guys. I'm good. A bit confused on the furry thing. But I'm all for everyone, being themselves, good on them. But I feel like it needs to be, something maybe you do at home. Or, you shouldn't, I don't know.
It's a step too far, isn't it, Paige? It just feels like it's a step too far.
It's a step too far, yeah. But the ones that confuse me the most are the ones that wear, say, for instance, the fishtail and then the cat ears. Like, are you a cat? Are you a fish?
I've not seen that.
I don't understand that.
¿Por qué no les dos?
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.